Hey everyone. So I wanted to log on today to move through a 10-minute chair yoga practice with you. So if you've been sitting at your desk all day like me and wanted to get some movement in, please join me. And if you can't hear me, I've been having some trouble with my Bluetooth and everything today, so just drop me a line if you can't hear that. Otherwise, let's get to it. So please sit at the edge of your chair. Bring your hands to your thighs. Just take a moment to notice your body in space. Notice the way that you're sitting. And perhaps you'll notice that your chin is jutted forward if you were typing all day. So maybe bring your index finger to your chin and draw it back. Yeah. And then feel your pelvis get super heavy as your skull moves up towards the sky ever so slightly. And close your eyes here, moving through just a few cycles of breath. In and out through your nose if that's comfortable for you. See if you can become aware of the breath the moment it starts. Follow it all the way through to the top. Maybe pausing and then following it through all the way down the bottom. And pausing. Right away, we'll start to get some movement in. Hands to knees, we'll move through cat-cow spine. So tip your tailbone back, draw your belly forward, lift your heart up. This is cow spine, breathe in. And then tuck your tailbone underneath you, start to round your back as if a string is pulling you from the back of your heart. Breathe out. A few more times like this. Rock from your tailbone back, still your belly forward, heart lifts, breathe in. From your tailbone, start to tuck, 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 tuck it under, chin to chest, breathe out. Do this a few times on your own time, on your own breath. And linger anywhere that feels like it might need a little bit more attention. And you can let this movement be not just on a straight line plane, but perhaps as your ribs come back, you can let them come over to the right, forward, to the left, back. Just drawing out some circles here with the rib cage. Switch directions, maybe letting go of what this looks like. How would you move if you were moving in a dark room or if no one was watching? Good. And then with your feet planted firmly, your seat planted firmly, you'll raise your arms up to the sky, find Urdhva Hastasana. You can bring your shoulders up towards your ears if that feels good. And then grab your left wrist with your right index finger and thumb and reach up and over to the right. Maybe gazing up towards the left. And instead of seeing how far over to the right you can go, see how heavy you can drop your left side pelvis here. So you're long in the right side body, long in the left side body. Pull on your wrist with your hand. And then again, find that steady, even breath just for a few inhales and exhales. Inhale. Drop your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Get super tall with that right hand. Breathe in. And then right hand to the back of the chair as you come to a gentle twist. Breathe out. And then with every inhale, you draw your crown up to the sky, get longer in your spine. And with every exhale, you twist just another millimeter. So you can come in and out of this gently, breathing in as you get super tall. And breathing out, twist. Can you soften your jaw as you do this? Let your gaze come over to your right. And find a few breaths here into the entire length of the spine. Good. Come back through center, lift your arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Grab your right wrist this time with your left index finger and thumb. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, up and over to the left. Heavy your left pelvis, and breathe really deeply into the right side body here. Can you maintain a lift in the left side body as well, so you're not dumping anything here into the left, just breathe. Good. And then tuck your tailbone underneath you, start to round into that cat spine. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, get tall with the left hand. And then exhale over to the left. You can grab onto the back of the chair. Every inhale reaches your crown to the sky. Get buoyant in your head here. Relax your neck and jaw. And then every exhale, you twist just a little bit deeper to the left. So your spine is like a metal pipe here. There's no back bend. You're rotating around it. And a few steady, even breaths here. Good. Come back through center, interlace your hands behind you. Let them rest on your tailbone here, on your low back sacrum. So I'll just show you here, and then inch your shoulder blades in towards one another. And you can rock yourself side to side here as you do this. And keep your shoulder blades moving in towards one another as you remove that fist from your sacrum. So, and then let it come over to the left. And then drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And then relax that right shoulder away from the ear. So you're breathing into the left trap here, the left side of your neck. Drop the whole weight of your skull for a few deep breaths. Good. And then you'll bring that fist back to your low back as you bring your head to center. And then go ahead and inch your shoulder blades in towards one another again. And then keep that fist interlaced behind you, but move the fist away from you and then over to the right this time. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder, breathing into the right traps, right side of your neck. Soften both shoulders away from the ears. Maybe closing your eyes here. Just enjoying that stretch in the neck. Good. And then slowly start to release the clasp of your hands, and you'll bring your head back up upright. We'll just do a few exercises on our hands. So if you're like me and you've been typing all day, we'll just stretch out all the tendons here in our fingers. So bring your right hand in front of you with your palm facing towards you, and then reach your left hand around, grabbing onto your thumb. Spread your fingers here, and then reach through your palm as your fingers point down to the earth. And really spread those fingers, push through the base of the palm. Like your Spider-Man. Take a few breaths into the thumb here. And then let that go. You can release that slightly, grab onto your index finger, and again, pull it back towards you. Reach out through the root of your palm, relax your shoulder. And then you'll grab your middle finger, spread your fingers first. It'll be harder once you get into the place that we're going to. So just spread your fingers and push through, flossing each tendon through the teeny tiny tunnels in your hand. And then grab your ring finger, spreading through, reaching through the palm. And then pinky finger. And let that go. Shake out your right hand. Left hand, palm comes towards you, and then you'll reach around grabbing your thumb, and then pull your thumb back as your fingers point down to the floor. Reach through the palm, the base of the palm, and then let that left shoulder shrug down. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Few breaths here. Then release that, grab onto your index finger, spread your fingers first, and then push out through the palm. Good. Release that, grab the middle finger, draw it towards you as you spread your fingers and push through the palm, relax the shoulder, breathe. Good. Release that, grab your ring finger, spread and push through the palm. Good. Release that, pinky finger down. And then give that wrist a flick, and maybe now start flicking both of your wrists like you're flicking water away from you. Flick, 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 flick. And then kind of move your hands side to side like this, just loosening up the muscles there. And then one hand flicks, one hand side to side. This is hard. And switch. So right hand flicks, other hand side to side, and switch. And switch. Good. Last minute or so, we'll do stretch out our hips. So figure 4, your right ankle on top of your left knee. And then go ahead just by rotating out that right ankle for a few moments here. Keep your foot super flexed. Good. And then draw your right hand to the right thigh and see if you can push it away from you. So it's okay if your right knee is up super high, it just means you're tight in your hip. That's all right. So rotate your right thigh externally by pushing the outside of the thigh away from you. And we'll just find some breaths here. If this is super easy for you and you want to go deeper, you can fold forward perhaps and rest onto that thigh, push it out. And find your breath, breathing into the right hip, muscles around the glutes, low back. Come up through center, right foot back down to the ground, and then bring your left foot bigger forward on top of your right thigh. And again, just take a few moments here to rotate out that left ankle. And then keep that ankle flexed as you start to push your left thigh away from you towards the floor any amount. Or if it's up super high, you can just let gravity do the work, sitting up nice and tall. And just finding your breath here. Perhaps leaning forward if that feels good for you, intensifying the stretch in the left hip. Good. Come back through center, place both feet on the floor. There you have it, 10 minutes of yoga. Hopefully you can incorporate this to your day because I know you have 10 minutes. Thanks guys, see ya.